I think there is a major disconnect between people outside of the retail investors community involved into AMC stock and the rest of the market as a whole. And that's why when you hear, people like Jim Cramer or even other people in other chat rooms, in stock tweets or on Twitter about the price action here on AMC, GameStop, or the meme stocks this current week, it seems as if they have this kind of twisted a very weird way. So, but this is a good thing, all right? This is a good thing because it means that there might be very, very strong similarity with what happened back in June that may also happen here. So what the heck am I talking about? Well, listen first to what Jim Cramer has to say. I know we are already kind of used to what he said, but this is pretty similar, and it's a highlight. It reflects what many people in the market, outside of the community, think about what is really happening behind the scenes with AMC and GameStop. So let's just listen for a quick second here. All right, here we go.
And Cohen had bought 100,000 additional shares, raising his stake in the video game retailer to almost 12%. Last night he tweets, "I put my money where my mouth is." Well, Jim?
Good for him.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that the memes, they're back. I mean, they took up AMC, so somehow that's related. I think what we've lacked, of course, is a plan. The numbers weren't that great for GameStop. We still don't understand what he intends to do. Once he lays that out, then I think we can make a judgment. Bed Bath & Beyond, by the way, is in that one. There's some technology that's needed. I'm just trying to figure out whether we combine the two. Who knows? He's a man of great mystery. And but he comes in just when I think that the apes are like kind of desperate. It's kind of like the Jane Goodall of the apes. Right? He's the Jane Goodall of the stock.
Well, they need some cheering up, and
they did. They were down.
Yeah.
They were down. They're a cohort. They care about two stocks. Why didn't they care about like Amazon, Tesla? But they've got I would love to see what he's got. I don't understand yet. Matt Furlong is the CEO. That conference call was one of the biggest jokes I've ever seen. No questions taken. What do you think? They're Warren Buffett? Warren Buffett doesn't take questions. Please invite Andrew Becky out there. I want a plan other than just buying stock. But these guys, the apes, just love that. They'll take it up. Bed Bath, they just want a plan. Yeah. Now, the letter to Bed Bath was actually pretty sophisticated, and I know that they've been in contact with me since then. I welcome dialogue as always.
Well,
dialogue, welcome.
Ownership disclosures are a lot easier to get on the tape than strategic initiatives, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, but I think that yes, I do think that he did fix the balance sheet on the backs of the apes. They issued a lot of stock. They needed the balance sheet to be perfect. They have a chance to do something. Bed Bath has a great balance sheet. Now, if they spun off Bye Bye Baby at Bed Bath, and if GameStop were to have some sort of strategy that involved being a crypto bank, which was my plan,
you've been calling for that for almost a year.
Well, he'll do it, and then he'll claim it himself, and he'll just take it and run with it.
Sure.
All right, let me pause here, guys. Feel free to actually watch the entire footage if you will to. Now, the thing is, with this whole thing, there are two things he mentioned that actually highlight the whole problem with what people don't actually tend to see here. But we do, because we've been following exactly and tracking every single piece of due diligence. So number one, apes are not only buying AMC and GameStop, all right? So that's number one. It might have been true 6 months, 8 months, 12 months ago, but hey, people have been learning a lot about how the stock market works and how you can actually make money work and grow by investing in stocks. All right. But the bottom line is he's talking about strategy. He's talking about, what GameStop as a company has as a plan in order to be more profitable or be, a company that will reflect the market capitalization, the amount of people or the share price is being trading at. But that is where I think people are missing the mark, because the bottom line here is not about strategy, and it's not about the apes getting saved by Ryan Cohen, because if we could have done this many months ago, right? Why is this doing this precisely now? Nobody knows yet, or it's kind of foggy yet. But the bottom lines for me is what apes needed to be done. What apes needed to do in order to squeeze the shorts what was done many months ago. So if we do get to the moon today or this month or 2 months from now or even 6 months from now, it's just the result of what was put in the ground. What was it's just the result and the consequences of what was seeded like 12 months ago when we actually bought all the thing, and we continued to buy and hold, but it didn't squeeze as of yet because our buys are being redirected. Our buys are being packaged and hidden through dark pools, which, by the way, are in the midst of getting regulated. All right. So this is the bottom line. We did what needed to be done for the shorts to get burned. So when people are saying, well, AMC is rising 15% and it's not producing any money, GameStop is rising 68% and it's not, producing any money, why don't you buy? Why don't this doesn't happen with stocks in the oil industry or in the tech industry or in the food industry, etc., etc.? Well, because these two stocks precisely have been attacked and targeted to oblivion by short sellers. And it's just a matter of natural consequences that they will get burned as the buying pressure increases and increases and increases, especially when you look at all the tight and overstretched conditions these short sellers might be looking at for the next coming 3 to 6 months. So unless they get it, I guess they will still be confused about what is happening in terms of shorts getting squeezed and the price going higher and higher like it did back in June 2021. All right. So this again tells you that, hey, sometimes don't really follow what other people are saying because you are not on the same page. They don't have what you have in terms of news, in terms of what is happening behind the scenes. Because when you do know what is happening behind the scenes, it's only natural for you to have at least some money invested into these two stocks, because at some point the shorts will have to cover. But the more they talk about it, the better it is for the community, the better it is for the visibility, because bad publicity, it's still publicity, right? So it will get the attraction and the attention of more people that are not involved yet, and then get them to be recruited. And that's additional buying pressure we might need at some point.